Hello, welcome to my channel Purpose of Living. Purpose of Living. Purpose of Living. Purpose of Living. Yes, old age. After 60. This is kind of mystery to most people who have not reached that age. It's fair enough because people who are not in that age group, they would not feel it. But those who live up until old age, they have to experience this. After age of 60, everything stops. Even the government, even the private companies, they all make you like a retired person, isn't it? Even in family, you will feel sometimes very lonely, but it depends people to people. But what exactly kind of purpose of life to people who have already reached to 60 and going ahead further and further? What kind of feeling going through in their life? I have seen many old people, men and women. I have seen people like still going to lottery booth and they buy lottery ticket and hardly they can walk without a stick. Yeah, what could be the reason that they do that? I do not know, but it does happen, right? You might have seen also. Yes, in a way they all have to live. Nobody likes to die, whatever the age they may be. But what I have to reiterate here is how is the life after 60 up until possibly 80? When we were kids, we have a different kind of purpose. When we were youth, that is different. Yes, people do say health is wealth. But what about the age, youth? That is the golden period of life. Most probably, you may agree. But with time, things changes. When someone reaches 30 or 40 and then 50, these are different periods of life. Everything seems to be changing around you, and the way that you start to behave, start to give the respect to others, all changes. But still you have kind of hope and purpose. You have sort of responsibilities on your shoulders. In every age group, you're tempting to do. When you go to school, you say I want to be. This I want to be is there every time because you know you have a future. So this phrase you're using, I want to become. But at the age of 60, I want to become may go void, right? Kind of useless thing. But still, some people who have crossed 60 may live with kind of purpose. They may still look younger and they may still have responsibilities. But mostly 90% of people, they may not have that kind of responsibilities in life, but still they have a life to live. But with what sort of sense? Yes, obviously, after crossing 60, as we all know, our muscles will get weaker and weaker, and we as a human will become weaker. Our body structure will become weaker. Perhaps our mind may be more stronger than those who are not yet reached to 60. But when it comes to the purpose of life, we have lived a huge number of years, like 60 years of life with pleasure and all those things that we as a human could do. But after 60, things are changing, and every year that we cross after that will make us more and more weak, mentally and physically and everything. So is this kind of uh, a test for human being, this age group, so that we can reform and we can recollect everything that we have done in our past, and to settle in life thinking about our past. Yeah, after crossing 60 also, if we try to live the same life that we have lived the age of 20 or 30 or 40 or 50, I don't think that is meaningful. Our lifestyle has to be changed at this age. We should be kind of people we are to advise others. For that, we have to recollect everything what we have done in our life. That experience we should be able to share with the younger generation. For that, you need a great knowledge acquired by your life that you have lived, isn't it? But what about those who have no one after age of 60? This is very critical. Some may have children, and even though they have children, they may not be with them. They may be alone. Some may have children with them, but some may not have anyone. They definitely need kind of support from others, just because they have crossed an age group that requires physically someone to assist them, unless they are supernaturally fit and healthy. For me, this age group is kind of a bizarre lifetime, because you you want to do something, but you are not able to do, and your body is not supporting it, and still your life is there, and you feel like you need someone, and you don't find that someone too. But when you are young, when you want to do, you may think you don't need anyone, I can live my life, right? That sort of attitude person, when reached to an old age, if things like this happen, naturally he or she would feel helpless. I have seen many people, when they have gone to age group after 60, most probably 65 plus, they tend to become more weaker rather than they were actually. They may be capable enough to do something, but because of age, they tend to be like an old person. This is horrible time. I don't understand how I can put these things in words, but nobody should leave the old people away. They may be good people, they may be bad people, but the society should keep the old people with respect, right? Because they are like children. When they have reached to an age, probably when they do not able to do, I know there are people who are more capable of doing, even to rule a country or command, but it is different. But it is not happening with everyone. But elders shouldn't be discarded in the society. Society has a vast responsibility to look after elders. They didn't reach old age, perhaps by doing bad things in life. Yes, there are good and bad things is irrelevant to us. When someone is weak because of natural thing which is going through in a physical structure, because someone is old and you cannot think of their past and say and be like a revenging person. Old person is almost like children. Whatever children do, we forgive. We don't mind. So we should be treating the elders also same way, though they have lived a life, but they have reached to a situation where they need the support of others. In this society, worldwide, also, so many elders are suffering. I know there may be people who are looking after some elders, but mostly elders are left aside like an empty paper. I don't know, but it's happening. This is really sad for human nature, for humanity, isn't it? Mostly 95% of the people who are elders may have children, because mostly people do get married and they have children. So these people do not deserve to be left without being looked after. They have done a lot of things, even good person or bad person. They are good with their children. Something have done to them, something they have done in life for children. So that something is in return children do deserve to do to their parents. I know some parents are doing almost 100%. Even those children do not look after them, but elders do deserve, whatever they were in the past, a kind of care. World should look at elders in different way, like they are looking naturally towards children. We do not mind after death. They may have their consequences for what they have done. It is the business with them and the one who created them. It's none of our business. But in lifetime, leaving, especially parents, aside without being taken care of is so rude and cruel. It shouldn't be done by human. It's not worthy doing by a human being. Every human should look after elders who are responsible, especially for. That's all I have to say about this strange age group. A lot of time left for me to reach that age group, but definitely if I'm alive I will also go there. But thinking about it, about what is happening around us, is so terrible. And human nature, human attitude is totally changed. They gradually started to leave parents to a level like they don't even know them. Whenever the time the elders' houses are built up, formed, this pattern has come into life. Maybe in yesteryears this is not the scene, I do not know, but this is so strange how one could obey without looking after their parents, while you by yourself looking after your kids right now if you're young, while you see how parents look after kids when they are young. You can see it in your society everywhere. But how can you forget when you get your life into youth or matured? Then you leave the parents. That's strange. That is super strange. I do not know why human being is so cruel like this. Anyway, I really do appreciate people who are looking after their parents with care and love and kindness. They deserve all love of human being. If everyone is like that, you know the outcome of it. Anyway, we cannot change the human nature. Human loves materials and they live the life. They are ready to leave the parents. Anyone, if they want, I believe. Okay, that's the cruel part of life. So, anyone who reach 60 and up until 80, perhaps they may have to go through these things that I have explained and that they have seen right now. I wish it won't, but it doesn't seem that it is stopping, isn't it? Let's wish somehow in the future parents are looked after well by children. Thank you.